Okay, I got you. Yeah.
You're not leaving everything. You got a
Balance.
nester.
Core.
Nester.
Upper and lower.
A nester?
I'm about to say I seen you fight.
Nah, oh my God.
Everyone thinks you're a
We need to get that on camera, get that compliment. Nah, but I last interviewed you in Barclays Center for the press conference.
Okay, I know I seen you.
He runs the
But,
Boxing Voice podcast.
Okay, yeah, that's what it was. You right, boxing.
All right, so Winky Bright, we're live here, obviously, St. Pete Boxing Club. Always been a supporter of Keith Thurman. I mean, you grew up in this gym. He said that this was the Keith Thurman test. You know, that you would send people at him, and they had to go through him before they could spar actual pros. Just bring us back to those days when he was first starting out. Did you know that we would be here at the top?
After a while, I did know that. I seen this kid coming in here beating up grown men, knocking down grown men, and I said this kid got a heck of a boxing ability, great power, and then he had to come out here and just show everybody. And when he did it.
So obviously we want to pick your boxing brain and see how you think this is going to play out. You know, Keith has been saying a lot that he wants this knockout. Isn't he putting a little pressure on himself?
Well, that's you know, sometimes some fighters need that pressure to go out there and perform in the way they want to perform. But I think Keith really gonna go out here and just fight his fight. Pacquiao is a hard fighter to knock out. He got knocked out one time. He got caught with a great shot. But Keith gonna go out here and do what he gotta do. He got a bunch of power in both hands, and I just can't wait for the fight.
Obviously, the critics believe that he's not 100%. He said that the 2019 was going to be a get back year, and then this opportunity came. Is he still getting back, or could Keith be 100%?
Keith 100%. Like I said, so far I haven't heard of any injuries. He's been training hard. He's been working hard. So, like I said, he just gotta go out here and perform. Manny gonna dictate all that. So if Manny come out here and want to fight, this is gonna be a great fight. Manny come out here, just move around, run, try to make it a defensive fight or just score points. Then it could be a crazy looking fight. But Keith can do it all. Keith can box, he can punch. So hopefully go in here and get a fan, get a
Obviously, you started out here. Do you feel like, wow, boxing has changed? You know, when I started, it was very difficult. Those behind this, you know, in front of this monitor may not know how difficult it was for Winky White to be a first ballot Hall of Famer to get to this position. But you had to struggle. People didn't want to fight you, but you see your stablemate like Keith. You know, not that he had everything given to him, but he's gotten some great opportunities, this being a legacy-making opportunity.
Yes, like you said, boxing has changed, and as you mentioned, a lot of fighters didn't want to fight me, so I couldn't get the fight that I wanted, like the Manny Pacquiao or the De La Hoyas when I wanted. But, you know, he got a great team behind him. He got a great management team, and Al Hamlin and them who enabling him to get all the fights that he needs to get. And, he's doing what he got to do. He's going out there, he's beating everybody, he's looking good doing it. So I like boxing right now. Boxing is a good place.
The betting lines changed. This fight was first announced. Keith was the favorite. Now they're seeing Manny Pacquiao train. They switched it, got him as the favorite. What's your thoughts on that, on the lines just switching from day to day?
You know, that's just boxing people thinking, you know, they see Manny Pacquiao hitting the mitts, hitting the bag, all that. The bag don't hit back. How many times they tell you that? You can look so good on the bag, but that bag don't hit back. So until they get in the ring and get hit, then we're going to see what happens.
Now, obviously, Pacquiao was in Texas, March, I believe, 14th, let's say, for the Earl Spence, Mikey Garcia pay-per-view. Stepped in the ring. Earl said he wanted him. He picked Keith Thurman. Did he pick Keith because Keith has been the inaugural for PBC? He's done inaugural on Fox, inaugural on ESPN, inaugural on CBS, and he's done all those millions of views? Or did they pick Keith because they think he's vulnerable and he's coming off of those surgeries?
Maybe that. Maybe they picked him because they think, like I said, he hasn't been fighting, he hasn't been as active as Earl. But, you know, it could be a bad choice because I think, like I said, Keith is a fighter that can punch with both hands, got great movement, and, you know, it's going to be a good fight, man. I like Manny. I think Manny got great boxing knowledge. His in and out game is impeccable, but, you know, can he beat Keith Thurman?
Now, you're a guy that had to wait a long time for those big fights. Should Keith marinate that Earl Spence fight? If he wins this Pacquiao fight, he'll be the most popular he's ever been. It would be his first pay-per-view. We would have to compare that to Earl's first pay-per-view.
Yeah.
If he's successful, should he go for a Mikey Garcia, Danny Garcia winner, or go straight into the fight and give the public what they want, or take the blueprint from Mayweather, kind of marinate it a little bit bit until you get maximum dollars for the fight.
You know, he got to do whatever is good for him. You know, him in his life and his career.
What would you do?
And
you
me,
in
myself,
his shoes, though, in his shoes.
Right, if I was
because
in his
right
shoes,
now, Keith is in a good
right
position.
Now, if I was in his shoes after I beat Pacquiao, I would marinate. I would let the fans dictate who they want to see, because the fans gonna pay for who they want to see, not who the promoters or this and that. I want the fans to say, look, I want to see this the biggest fight. Let's make it happen. And if he does that, then he'll become a phenomenal fighter with the fans, because that's what they want to see. It's not, sometimes you know how you see a fight, you be like, man, this fight okay, but I really don't want to see him fight. I want to see him fighting this guy, but it never can happen. So if he do that, if he take advantage and say, listen, I know the promoters may want me to fight this guy, but the fans say you want to see me fight this guy, just the guy I'm fighting. Oh man, it's crazy.
Which fight you think has more buzz with Keith's name in it? Do you feel like the public wants the Crawford-Keith fight or the Earl-Keith fight?
I think the Earl-Keith fight. I think, right, honestly, I think Crawford is a heck of a fighter. Don't get it wrong. You know, Thurman is a hell of a fighter, but I think they want to see Keith and Earl. And then, you know what I'm saying, you want to see Thurman fight somebody too. You know what I'm saying? You know, he fighting great fighters, good fighters, but like I said, until them main four fighters fight each other, you don't know what's going to happen.
Who do you see on at the top of those? This is our generation's four horsemen here, right? I mean, we got Keith, Sean, Crawford. Who would you put in that fourth position? Keith, Sean, Crawford. Is Pacquiao still in the conversation?
Yeah, of course. Pacquiao always been in the conversation till he get beat. But I like Keith. I think it's going to Keith, Earl, Thurman, and I'm not saying that, I'm just saying these are top four. Whatever. Keith, Earl, Crawford, and then I would say Keith beat twice.
Beat Keith twice.
I said we Keith beat twice. The little thick little bulldog.
Porter? Oh, he beat him once. You mean in the amateurs or sparring?
Oh, okay. I thought he beat Porter twice. No, he
beat Porter once, Danny once.
Danny once. Both of them. That's gonna be that's the fight.
All right. Well, look, Winky, man, I don't want to take too much more of your time, man. I want to thank you obviously for the opportunity and wish you good.
Appreciate it.
All right, brother. Thank you.
Now I remember you was arguing with the dude when you was yelling across to somebody arguing. Now
that was with Keith. He was like, "Why you ain't promoting this fight?" Because we want to talk about that next fight.
Okay, I remember that.
So Winky, you gonna be in Vegas watching the fight?
Yeah.
I'm making it like easy work. It never was easy work. There's a big difference. You know what I'm saying? Manny Pacquiao is his own man, he's his own fighter. People say, oh, you fought Jose Cito Lopez. Does that really prepare you for Manny Pacquiao? Well, yeah, okay. A Mexican with nothing to lose that's hunting me down, swinging from Tijuana? Yeah. You know, it's slower than Manny Pacquiao, but it's the same kind of heart of Manny Pacquiao. You know, and he has a reach advantage where Manny Pacquiao is at a disadvantage. So now, you know, the fight will speak for itself, but I might have been in a tougher fight with the 22-month layoff. Now we back moving. Now we back in the groove of things. Bah! You know? Bah, bah, bah. And there's just things that I can do to just piss Manny off. You know, defense. Adrian Broner didn't get beat up. He just had his hands up, even up against the ropes. I've been watching how Manny does his thing, up against the ropes, against Floyd Mayweather, up against the ropes, against Adrian Broner, you know. It looks good when he throws the 6-punch combos, but he ain't dealing damage. He ain't hurting nobody, you know. So we'll see. Oh, but you getting caught, Thurman. Oh, you vulnerable, Thurman. Cool, then fuck me up, in my face. Come fuck me up then. I ain't worried about it. It's just a fight game, baby. And when I'm in this ring, I'm fighting back. Win a round, lose a round, get it right back. Knock me down, get it right back. I've been knocked down in the sport. You ain't seen it on TV. Don't mean it didn't happen. Look up box rec. Oh, it happened. First round, opening punch. Boom, big left hook. Down goes Thurman. Thurman gets up. What happens? Knock his ass down. 1. Next round, knock his ass down. 2. Next round, knock his ass down. 3. I'm a fighter to the end, man. I'm a fighter. 23 years in the game, We box too now, baby. We actually learned a few things in this gym, showing up every day. We learned a few things. Movement, hop, stick, move, hop, feint, sit down, hop. What are you gonna do? Boom! What are you gonna do? Boom! Catch and go. Boom! Catch and go. Boom! What's he gonna do? All you gotta do is watch Manny Pacquiao. Hands up, hands down. Hands up, hands down. Shit, I was 7 years old, and I won't forgive you, Getty. I was 7 years old. Get in your boxing stance, boy. Yes, sir. Throw the punch, boy. Jab. Jab. From the chin, back to the chin. From the chin, back to the chin. Shit, Manny Pacquiao don't even got basics, man. I'm gonna expose that shit. Ha, ha. Ha, ha. Get right in between. Ah, ah. Elbow's good, man. Surgery was good. You know? Ah, ah.
Keith, do you think fighters get wrapped up in the mystique of Manny Pacquiao?
Ah. I mean, he a legend, no lie. There's a lot at stake, you know? And I got more to lose than to gain. I'm gaining a lot by just beating a legend. But depending on how I beat him, and if I even beat him, you know, the first thing that's gonna come out of somebody's mouth is, well, he was 40. Well, he did lose to Jeff Horn. Well, he wasn't really the same. He looked like the same when he beat up Adrian Broner. But now he's not gonna be the same when he loses to Keith Thurman. There's always gonna be talk. There's always gonna be debate, you know? And I don't really care about that. I'm still doing what I always do. Giving you guys some of the best fights in the beautiful sport of boxing. When Keith Thurman was out for 2 years, shit, I miss Keith Thurman. Shit was boring. That shit was boring. Keith Thurman brings the best fights in the welterweight division. Keith Thurman versus Manny Pacquiao. Keith Thurman versus Sean Porter. Keith Thurman fought Sean Porter. Keith Thurman fought Danny Garcia. Back to back. I could have made money in between. I could have took a regular fight. I could have had Jose Cito Lopez back then. I fought them back to back. A year goes by, we make them fight each other. What was more entertaining? Keith Thurman versus Sean Porter was more entertaining. Keith Thurman versus Danny Garcia was more entertaining than Danny Garcia versus Sean Porter. All right? I just give good fights, man.
Yeah, you do.
I just give good fights, you know?
Well, good fights, Keith. Assuming you get past Pacquiao, say when you say you're going to get past him, retire him, make sure he doesn't fight again. That next fight, of course, would be Errol Spence, right? Who said recently.
Man, he fight Manny Pacquiao. He focused on Manny Pacquiao.
All right.
There's too much action right now. First, he has to do what we all expect him to do, beat Sean Porter, right? Let's say it fights a draw. Let's say they need a rematch. You know, we don't know how competitive that fight's going to be, right? Boxing is not a today, tomorrow, playoff, Super Bowl. There is no schedule, you know? And this fight is so big, and I'm having such a good comeback year. After this, it's whatever really presents itself, you know? What's really gonna happen? If them boys get caught up in a double fight or a trilogy, then what's Keith Thurman gotta do? He gotta look at his other options, you know what I'm saying? So after this fight, we're gonna look at the chessboard. Yeah, the clock's gonna be ticking. Yeah, we have to make a decision in a certain amount of time, but we got time on the clock. So we're gonna stare at the board. We're gonna stare at the board. We're gonna see what other people doing, how they moving. All right, bet. So you'll get it when you get it. But there ain't no decision making today for tomorrow. But it's a great fight for 2020. And I already said that. I said that many times, that we might see Keith Thurman and Spence in 2020. But I can't say when, where, how, and exactly why at this point in time.
But you will retire Manny Pacquiao.
This motherfucker can fight if he want to fight. That's on him. But he ain't never gonna fight Keith Thurman again. Believe that. You know what I'm saying? You can't really make somebody retire. Look how long Roy Jones went. Look how long B-Hop went.
No. You said you're gonna retire, man.
Yeah, I said I'm gonna retire, but really that's his choice. I just gotta try to point him in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? Exit that way, baby. Don't be senator, baby. Your country needs you, baby. That's all. That's all it is. And what other way to go down in the Hall of Fame than to be the last man to fight Manny Pacquiao? The last man to ever put him down. You know what I mean? It's history in the making. Right now, right here, it's history in the making.
Keith, you mentioned that you were working out at LA Fitness.
Hey, what's up, dude? All right, everything good? Cool, cool.
Yep.
Why LA Fitness and not Safety Boxing Club?
Motherfucker, I was in Safety Boxing Club. I worked out at night at LA Fitness. Big difference. You know, you gotta, after you're done boxing, you gotta go do something. You gotta go do some road work. You gotta go do something at night. We don't lose this from the heavy bag. We don't lose this from the heavy bag. You know what I mean? Starter camp 182. You do the math.
So Keith, when we're done with this round, we'll just do the one-on-ones, okay?
All right. I need to stop touching 182. Those are some fat boy numbers for me. I go to the restaurant, I'm like, man, I gotta lose weight. And they're like, oh, boy, you look good. I said, that's from my mama. That don't have nothing to do with my job right there. You say I look good, that's from my mama. You know, we hold the weight pretty good. I call it bacon wrap. They wrap around the middle. And if I was a girl, I'd be happy because it wrap around my ass too. I got 3 different pairs of boxers. Small, medium, and large.
How satisfied you look with sparring in this camp?
I mean, real good, man. We got, 3 talented individuals giving me good work, giving me different looks. I got one guy, real pressure. The other guy, we work on the inside. He was more Pacquiao side. Robicio, he Cuban Olympian, you know what I mean? So he has skills. And before I was in shape, I put him on the back end. So he got me while I'm tired. First time we got in the ring, he popping me. Bop, bop, bop. I'm like, damn, I'm glad this ain't fight night. Shit, you know? So we had to tighten up, and we get our defense a little better. We get a little duck, we get a little roll on, we get a little half step back, and now we in the groove thing. Right there too, man. A simple check hook on the inside. I gotta say.
Keith, why do you think Pacquiao chose you and not Earl since he showed up to the Earl fight?
I mean,
I got in the ring.
I was in Tokyo and I already knew that was my fight. Y'all don't get to know what I know. I already knew that shit was my fight. You know? First off, Pacquiao wants a better fight than the Adrian Broner performance.
Yeah.
It was not entertaining for the fight fans. He was not entertained as a fight fan. He wants a better fight. He knows that Errol is a champion, but is Errol going to give him the kind of fight that he wants? Outside of that, who's got the best resume in the welterweight division? Keith Thurman.
Yeah.
And if you want to say that I got this fight because I look vulnerable, so what? So what? They want a fight that they can win. Then maybe they said, man, he stood up against Errol. Errol just weighed 147, but we all know Errol's a big welterweight. He literally, you got 3 choices. Keith Thurman, Errol Spence, Danny Garcia. If you got to take away one, probably going to be Errol first. Then you got Danny and Thurman. But what do you get from fighting Danny? Not a new world title. You're not upsetting a young, undefeated welterweight champion, there's more to gain facing Keith Thurman than anybody else in the first place. So I think I got the fight on my credentials. I think I got my fight because I look vulnerable. I think I got the fight because I deserve it. And I think I got the fight because it's one of the best fights that could be made this year.
Exactly
Point
right.
blank, period.
And it's the biggest pay-per-view fight of the year. Biggest pay-per-view fight of the year.
Well said, champ.
All right, we're gonna do photos with the team, and then we're gonna do one-on-one. We're gonna like keep towel off for 2 seconds. So you guys know, if you haven't gotten any one-on-ones with Dan Birmingham, yes, Dan Birmingham, Winky, anyone in the team, let me know, so that way we'll make sure you get them. If not, then this will be Keith. So if the team can come in, Dan, Eric, Chris, Kim, Yo, Senior. And this will introduce you who the team is, so that way you guys know when he's referencing who's who, in case you don't know everyone. And if you haven't signed in, please sign in before you leave. And Leonard? Yeah. We'll have you come in.
Yeah, okay.
Why don't you be right next to your son? Leonard? Okay. Go next to. There you go. So I'll talk over while they're doing this photo. This is the team, the corner, trainers, Dad, and Leonard Elvey, the CEO of Mayweather Promotions, who's the promoter for the fight.
Perfect.
And then we're going to do one, Winky Wright. The infamous Winky Wright. Winky Wright. Yeah, you're good. You can go now. Winky Wright, Travis, go down. All right, so then we'll do the team. This is Kimberly Donor, who is Daner. I keep calling you Donor. That's okay. Kim's kick ass. She's one of I believe she's the only female trainer in boxing. She does strength and conditioning and nutrition, and she also happens to be Keith's aunt. And if you really, I double dare you to have her put you through a workout. We almost made her work you guys out overnight. This is Dan Birmingham, lead trainer for Keith. Been with him since Getty, and he is also one of the co-owners of this fabulous gym.
I was with him also.
Well, yeah, he was the assistant with Ben Getty.
This is about 14.
Yes,
And one of the most underrated trainers in the entire.
and he's also in the Boxing Hall of Fame. And we call him Mr. Miyagi because he says few words, but they're really impactful.
Dan likes to put his back.
Yes. Yo Murphy behind him. Yo is strength and conditioning. We have 2 strength and conditioning coaches for this camp. The infamous, soon to be 3-time world champion Keith Thurman, 30 for 30 as we said, as of July 20. One time, 30 for 30. As you know, this will be his 30th victory at age 30. Getty, son of Ben Getty. Chris has known Keith since you were 7, yes. And so he has obviously been around him the whole time. So he is his first, I always call him, but he is assistant trainer to Dan. That was Eric Wilson, who does all of our stretching, massage. It sounds really nice, but he is an influential part of keeping Keith healthy, pliable, ready, strong, all of that. And if you ever need any work, I can attest that he will fix you. He fixed my knee. And he's worked with a number of athletes in St. Pete, Tampa, and the world, including, I've had some of the funniest wrestling stories I've heard from him of people who have come after they do WWE. So, Eric Wilson. And this is the team. So we'll get another photo.
This way, guys.
I know. Thank you. And then we'll just do Keith up. And so, they're still training. So we train all the way till we get on the plane on Monday. And then we're Leonard's neck of the woods. Viva Las Vegas. All right, and then just Keith. We'll have Keith's name. Here's more photos, and then we'll do one-on-ones.
Keith, I'll throw a question at you.
What up?
How are you taking the promotion of it, right? When I spoke to Daniel Jacobs during his fight with Canelo, he said that had been the biggest promotion he's ever been in, and you know Jacobs had been already in a pay-per-view. How has this been for you compared to your other big fights?
You know, it's just more, you know, more of the same for the most part, a little different. You know, in New York, we had to shoot the commercial. We had to do the press tour. You know, but they kept it pretty simple at the end of the day. I was grateful for that. I had to go in and out of California for the face-to-face, you know, flying from the East Coast to the West Coast. But luckily, I got a great team. I got people that support me, and I was able to have my aunt with me during that trip. So even when I was in California, we trained up in Equinox. You know, we stayed trying to stick to our regimen as much as we could. But yeah, man, there's been very little distractions. You know, this is what I've always wanted. I always wanted to fight a legend. This is what comes with fighting a legend. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, it's still just boxing, baby.
So no butterflies or nothing at this level when you finally faced off with him?
I mean, there's never butterflies in the face-off. There was a few moments, like just random moments, like in my off time where it hit me like, you know, hey, this is big, and it's trying to create nerves, but it really didn't affect me that much. But I noticed, I said, okay, I see what I'm feeling right now, and this is what other fighters might be struggling with. This is where people that aren't prepared to be champion, this is when they let the scene get to them. But for me, it's fun. It's entertaining. Boxing is an entertainment sport, and flying here, flying there, talking to you, talking to them, it's all entertainment for me. And the ultimate job happens right here. Like Tupac said, all eyes on me, but really, it's just me and Pat. That's what I look forward to.
We're going to do one-on-ones. We're going to start here, and we're going to go around the ring. So just stay where you're at. So,
How you gonna do it from the ring?
yeah. Yep. So just stand over there. We'll come to you. You're going to get Dan. And if you haven't gotten Dan, Dan's going to come first.
How you doing?
Right,
Good.
Right here.
I'll go right there first.
Hey Dan, how's it going? It's George. Quick question. How is this training camp been any different than any of the ones from the past?
There's a lot of press. It's very exciting. We have a huge name in front of us, so in that nature, it is a little bit different.
Do you fear maybe Keith Thurman's outspokenness could have wakened up a beast inside of Manny?
No, I think Manny's used to this kind of stuff. Don't forget he fought Mayweather. He's used to the big fights. People don't want to top him, so it's just part of the business. Nestor!
So talk to us, man. How are things different for this fight compared to any other training?
Well, I mean, it's a mega fight. This is our first real mega fight. It's a huge fight. Manny Pacquiao's a big name. So in that regard, it's just a little bit different than other camps.
The conditioning coaches, what's been different?
Well, I think we're covering all bases. I mean, Kim's an expert, Yo's an expert, and you know, they bring their expertise, maybe a little different. You know, add this, add that. So we just tried to cover all the bases.
As the head trainer, was there any fear in the old cliche, leaving it in the ring with two strength and conditioning coaches? Sounds like he's almost having 3 sessions a day.
He is having 3 sessions a day, but Keith is a very well-schooled fighter. He knows his body. If he was overdoing it, he would taper off a day or two, or slow it down. You know, he's not. We're trying to avoid burnout, and he will avoid burnout.
Now, for the Manny Pacquiao Mayweather fight, we heard Pacquiao was intaking something like 7,000 calories to keep his weight. How many calories is Keith taking in now that he has a dietitian in camp with him serving all 3 meals?
You'll have to ask.
3 sessions a day, that's a lot of burning.
It is. I mean, you'll have to ask Aunt Kim about the calories, but his weight is good. I look at his body, I look at his weight. He's very fit, very fit. So I think, you know, the food intake is on point.
Have the demands of the media and, you know, just everything that comes with a big fight interfered with camp at all?
Not at all. Not at all. We actually closed the media out except for today, so there hasn't really been much media at all.
And the selection of sparring partners, who exactly came in? If you want to release any of those names, you said it was 3 guys. He gave us 1 Cuban Olympian. Can you just give us the name?
You look around, they're here.
Oh, they're here? You're around. We're going to have to point them out. We need to interview those guys.
Make sure you sign in.
The guy with the T-shirt over there is one of them.
Okay. Oh, white tank top? All right.
See the other ones, but he's been one of the main sparring partners.
Who was made the selection?
Well, Keith and I talking over.
So how do you say this guy can mimic Manny Pacquiao?
Well, we look at YouTube, we look at the video, and we look at the style, and we look what they bring, the selection of punches, their movement, and we try to find as close to Pacquiao's style as we can.
Now, is the decision in getting 3 to finally make 1, because not any one man can be Manny Pacquiao other than himself?
Well, it's hard. It's hard to pick guys that are exactly like Manny Pacquiao. So we want to find guys that bring maybe one certain thing that Pacquiao brings, like maybe a good jab, a good left hand. We definitely have to have southpaws at this stage, but we can't pick somebody that's exactly like Manny Pacquiao, but somebody that's similar.
Now, he's training with 20 ounces throughout the whole camp, or is that for sparring or just bag work? Does it fluctuate for 16, or for this camp has it been on 20-ounce gloves?
It's been 20-ounce gloves. We just don't want to take a chance on him hurting his hands. It's too big a fight to hurt a hand.
Rival or winning gloves?
Rival gloves. Rival gloves.
Why rival? All the pros tend to seem that winning are a little more protective.
Well, Rival's been good to us.
Okay, sponsor.
And Keith likes to fit. And if he didn't like the fit, we would move on to somebody else. But Sam from Rival and Maria from Rival, they've done a great job supplying anything that we need. They've outfitted my old gym. The heavy bags are Rival. I mean, everything is Rival.
Now, last camp, for the Danny camp, rather, not the Josecito camp, you had Kendall Holt, and I believe Keith said that Kendall was one of the best sparring partners. Why he didn't come back in for this one? Is his style not anything like Pacquiao? He can't help for this camp?
I believe his style wasn't conducive to Pacquiao, although last camp he gave us great work. I mean, it was a daily grind, and he hung in there with Keith. But this fight, we wanted to bring some fresh blood.
So now Keith said he knew he was getting this fight when Pacquiao stepped in the ring with Earl. So did you know back then, and when exactly did camp start, since he started at 188?
Well, that was all speculation as far as getting the fight. And we started about 10 weeks out from the fight. We started grinding. But Keith's the kind of fighter that stays in the gym most of the time. You know, he's not trying to kill himself on the off-season, but he's trying to maintain his weight.
And I know the answer might be cliche, but is this the best camp? Because we do need the best Keith to be the legend.
It absolutely is the best camp, and that's because Keith is so focused. He's really putting the work in.
So now, the last camp, he said he was in LA Fitness. He made us all assume he wasn't here. He just cleared that up. But what's the bad thing in LA Fitness?
Well, I mean, LA Fitness is just a small part of his conditioning, you know.
So he had no strength and conditioning trainer for the last fight?
Well, he had Kim. I mean, he had Kim work with him. He always has Kim work with him. But he just wanted to add something a little different. But Kim is the main conditioning coach, along with Yo in this fight.
So are you expecting explosiveness?
You're going to see punching. You're going to see great footwork, great defense. You're going to see the whole gamut of boxing.
Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome, mister.
We're going early. That way we can suffer less damage and we can go have a good after party. Because if it's a 12-round fight, I might miss my own after party. What do you want the people to know? You know, he's one time Thurman, he's a hometown boy. I've worked really hard. I've been really dedicated to this beautiful sport of boxing. Boxing is a beautiful sport. It's not just the fight game. There's a lot of hard work, dedication, preparation, and you know, we got more than Tampa Bay Lightning that you can cheer for, baby, you know? You got your boy Keith one-time Thurman holding it down for the Tampa Bay area. I've been champion for a long time. I brought a fight back to Tampa Bay once when I became world champion. I fought Luis Malago at the USF Sundowns. And I thank all the Tampa Bay fans that came out of that fight. Since then, we fought in arenas like Vegas. We fought at the Barclays multiple times. And hopefully, after we beat Manny Pacquiao, like the state is he fight, hopefully I can bring back one more fight, maybe to the Sundome, maybe to the Amalie Arena. But I would love to come back and bring this world title home and defend it for Tampa Bay once again. Thank you.
Champ, I'm gonna split this on you right here. It's gonna be real quick. Thanks, buddy. Am I holding that for me? That's Phil, by the way. We met earlier. Yep. I appreciate it, man. So I'm with local news. So, you know, I want to hear what you got to say to like your young fans. You got young guys in the gym right now, local guys that don't have your name recognition. They dream about getting a shot at Manny Pacquiao. What do you guys say to those guys?
You know, it's 23 years of dedicating myself to the sport of boxing. You know, to acquire greatness, it takes great effort in life. And there's a lot of people who want to become something, you know, but how bad do you really want it? What are you willing to sacrifice to get what you want in life? Everything requires some form of sacrifice. For me to make 147 pounds, I don't get to eat no donuts, you know? I don't get to eat a burger. I can have a steak, but there is no bun. And if I go to a restaurant and the waitress brings out a bowl of bread, I say, get the devil out of here. And they look at me in a funny way, and I look them right back and say, I mean it. Get the devil out of here. You know, it's sacrifices will get you where you need to go in life. It might be a hard road. You might have doubts. Will I ever make it? Can I really make it? Surround yourself with the right people. Get people that believe in you. And even when doubt enters your mind, you got to dig deep within your own soul, deep within inside your consciousness, and overcome that feeling. We all know back in the day there was the angel on the shoulder. There's the devil on the shoulder. Your own inner self will try to bring yourself down, but you got to use the other side of your inner self, that inner strength, to lift yourself back up. Dreams do come true, and I'm proof of it.
You talk about going to a restaurant. You can't go to a restaurant around here, can you? I mean, like, what's it like being in town right now?
Oh, the Birchwood, man. I go to the Birchwood. I cop a wedge salad and get that ribeye carpaccio. At least I was doing that a few weeks ago. Yeah. I had to cut that out, and I had to stick to my strict diet. But you know, I could grab a salad. I can get some chicken, some things. But you know, we got to be real picky. Yeah. Real picky.
Now, that said, what's it like to be here? I mean, this is your home turf. You're doing this in your home city. You got a bunch of home people here. Well, what's it like knowing you got Tampa Bay rooting for you, St. Clearwater, you know, in your corner?
I mean, it's just a dream come true. You know, Florida summertime is good training weather. You know, I mean, you got the Phillies come down here, the Blue Jays come down here. A lot of different teams come down here to do spring training, different forms of training in Florida. You know, I say that if you can train in Florida, if you can take the heat, you know, it creates a different kind of mental toughness. This is my hometown, this is my home turf. I love the humidity. I'm sweating in the interview. I don't mind. It's just gonna help me make weight next Saturday.
That's right. Last question for you. You, of course, got all these people in your corner. What's it like for you as you head into this fight? Are you going to be, I mean, I want to hear a little bit more. You told these guys, like, there's more to root for than just the light. You know, we got people here, they got a big event next week. They got a hometown, somebody to root for. Give this hometown crowd something to get hyped about.
You know, Tampa Bay has always been on the map. We had Antonio Tarver back in the day. We had Winky Wright, Jeff Lacey, and now you got your boy right here, Keith one-time Thurman. fighting one of the most exciting fights of the year against a true legend in the game, Manny Pacquiao. And I'm gonna do my best not only to make my city proud, not only to make my mother proud, my father proud, but like Tampa Bay Lightning, they might have the lightning, but one time got the thunder.
That's good. Appreciate it, champ. Go win. I'll get my mic back from you though. I'm gonna enjoy watching the fight. Take care.
Thank you.
Yeah, take care, man.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Else, let me know. You got the clips?
You got the B-roll. I got
Super.
plenty of this here.
Great.
I mean, you know, we should be in good shape.
Okay, if you need anything else, just let me know.
I'll be here for a little bit longer. Thank you.
1,000. And it's dependent on how you fight. If you're not doing that now, you don't go.
We do have some rumors, you know that, and you know, after this fight, right off into the sunset, done with boxing all together.
Nah, I don't believe that.
I feel like he got a lot of
Always reflect on my past, and not only that, it's something that you guys, their prize fighters. Win over Manny Pacquiao. It goes to a whole nother level. That's why I'm That's it.
So why stop there?
I mean, that would be his decision, but I couldn't admit to that.
I saw you with Tank
Tank is he's a young fighter. He's gonna be the biggest star in the sport. And again, it's not even gonna be close. He has so many things that he brings to the table. He has a connection with a different type of audience that he brings a different type of excitement. And he's a young guy, 24 years old. And him and Deontay Wilder are the biggest punchers in the sport. You know, there's so many variables that he brings to the table. I could go on and on and on about him. And again, I'm excited that we are working with him. He's a nice young man, and I'm just excited for
I need my LFE 2019 edition.
Right.
I usually have to run up on you at MGM.
Can I get a quick interview?
Yeah,
How you doing?
let's do it.
Thank you.
No problem. Anytime.
ThaBoxingvoice.com live here with Mayweather Promotion CEO Leonard Ellerby. I heard you today say that this pay-per-view is the biggest fight of the year. So do you think that this one would exceed the Earl Mikey Garcia in March in Texas?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
What about this one do you think makes it bigger? Is it just Manny being the legend, or is the combination of the two?
Well, you have a future Hall of Famer in Manny Pacquiao, who's had a tremendous amount of success on pay-per-view. He's been on pay-per-view a number of times. He has a fan base. He has a fan base, and he has a name that resonates with the general public. So therefore, when people see that name, Manny Pacquiao, they want to see it.
Now, are you going to be handling further or future Thurman fights, or is it fight by fight?
It's whatever. I would love to work with Keith. He's an excellent fighter. He's a tremendous spokesman. He understands the game, and I'm sure that we'll work together.
The reason I ask is because obviously the public, the fans, are demanding that Earl and Thurman fight, so you have a lot of experience being in between a fight that the public is demanding with the Manny and the Mayweather fight. It took some time to make, but you guys got it done. And obviously you're working with Thurman now. A future with Thurman can seem bright since you know how to handle those type of negotiations that get sticky at this level.
Well, I think what it comes down to is, first things first, he's got to focus on, obviously, what he's got in front of him. I think that both guys, and Earl has a fight in front of him too, that he's got to go out and win. So I think that eventually those two will come together. You can't put a time frame on it or say it's the next fight or this fight, but the cream always rises to the top. You know, if those are the two best welterweights out there, they will fight.
Will we see welterweights rise to that level of a Pacquiao and Mayweather where every time out they were batting a million pay-per-view buys. Do you see Earl or Thurman being those guys that take over the reins?
Yeah, you can't put a number on it. You have to. There's a method to becoming a pay-per-view attraction. A win over a future Hall of Famer in Manny Pacquiao next Saturday. He's well on his way to becoming a pay-per-view star.
Are those numbers still feasible in this generation? I mean, we see Andy Ruiz and Anthony Joshua. They said there was over 13 million illegal streams. Do you think pay-per-view is still a model where it could reach a million buys?
1,000%. Oh, 1,000%.
Even if your name isn't Floyd?
Even if your name ain't Floyd. It's just all about having a plan together, being in the right situation, having the right fight that the fans want to see, and having a game plan. You know, Mayweather Promotions, we know how to make stars. That's why I keep on telling everybody, Gervonta Davis is going to be the biggest star in the entire sport soon, very soon.
Does he get to a million, Gervonta?
With the right situation, again, when Gervonta Davis decides to, when we make the decision to put him on pay-per-view, we're going to see.
You said with the right opponent, is Gary Russell or Leo Santa Cruz?
Don't matter who Gervonta Davis fights. He's going to be a pay-per-view attraction. Don't matter who he fights.
Would those combinations get the numbers that you think?
Fighting anybody's going to get the numbers. But you got the product. And you got to understand, when you got the product, you got the vehicle, and you got to know how to do it, and it all comes together, then boom.
What was your thoughts? What went through your head when you heard or seen the video of Gary Russell calling out Gervonta? I mean, that's a big fight, and it's in-house, so to speak. You know, I know.
I didn't really think anything of it. Got a lot of respect for Gary and his family. Didn't think anything. Gary's a 26-pounder. For starters, Tank's a 30-pounder. Okay.
So as a promoter, you had to be like, okay, we'll take it.
No,
already got an advantage.
No, it's not even about that. It's that because, again, I'm very confident that anybody that we put Gervonta Davis with in the ring with, he's going to beat him. It don't matter who it is. It don't matter who it is.
But you don't think that's a good opponent from, like, in terms of name and accolades? Gary Russell's done it.
Gary Russell's a tremendous fighter. I think he's one of the most exciting fighters in the sport. Tremendous hand speed, the whole nine. I think he's an excellent fighter.
DC Armory too small for that fight?
For who?
Gervonta versus Gary Russell?
Gervonta Davis is fighting in front of 13,000 people.
So the Armory's too small? I thought the Armory was about 17.
No.
Amir Khan and Kendall Holt were there.
No. At the DC Army? No. DC Army is about 7,000 or 8,000 people. Yeah.
What's big enough in that Maryland, Baltimore, Virginia area to
anywhere Gervonta Davis fights is going to be a big fight.
No, but
I'm not saying. No. We don't have to keep anything regional. Gervonta Davis is going to be the biggest star in the sport. So it don't matter who he fights, we're going to sell out the arena. Don't matter who he fights.
Even though it's a small gym. You keep saying he's going to be the biggest star. Is there a timeline on that plan?
Yeah, that's a timeline.
What time? What's the year?
We're going to roll it out. You'll see.
How was 2020 looking for Gervonta? I mean,
huge.
Number of fights. You know we're interested in him. Let him give us something.
Again, he's fighting 3 times this year. He didn't get a chance to do that last year for other reasons. So it's like he's going to stay busy and he's going to continue to do what he's going to do.
Out of these 3 names, what's the biggest fight for Gervonta? Gary Russell, Leo Santa Cruz, or is it like a Devin Haney or Ryan Garcia?
Anybody that Gervonta Davis fights is going to be a huge fight. Gervonta Davis is the attraction. He is the attraction.
But he needs a B-side.
Again, I will reiterate that. Anybody that Gervonta Davis fights will be a big fight. When we put him on pay-per-view, it's going to be a big fight.
What's the timeline for the pay-per-view?
It's going to be very soon.
This year?
I'm not going to say when, but it's going to be very soon.
The first 2 weeks, what I call getting off your butt. You know, first 2 weeks you get off your butt. Then the next 10 weeks is real training camp. So it's a 10-week grinding it all out experience. And back in the day, I used to only do 8 weeks, where 10 weeks out, the first 10 weeks, 2 weeks is getting off my butt, and then 8 weeks is hard work. So really, we got off our butt 12 weeks ago. Thank you. Good luck. Thank you.
Pull that back a little bit. That's good. I'm here at the training camp for the champion, Keith Thurman. A man I've been following for years. I've met him, very nice guy. But are you going to be nice in the ring when you fight Pacquiao?
It's game over, baby. It's game over. Do not continue. You ran out of quarters. You got to go home. The game is over.
Now, when you were 20, Pacquiao was in his 30s, so you were up to come. What do you think of Pacquiao at that time?
To be honest, I was a beginner as a professional. I started my pro career at about 19 years old, so I was about 1 year into the fight game as a professional. And Manny Pacquiao was fighting amongst the lighter weights, upon which I wasn't a big fan of. I didn't spectate those smaller weight classes. I came to watch Manny Pacquiao when he first defeated Oscar De La Hoya, and then he fought Sugar Shane Mosley, and he beat Ricky Hatton, and he beat Miguel Cotto. That's more when I got to witness who Manny Pacquiao truly is.
What do you think of Manny Pacquiao today?
You know, I love his performance against Adrian Broner.
Oh, come on.
He didn't look 40 years old.
He sure didn't, but Adrian Broner, he didn't give him a good show.
Which is why it's my turn. It's my turn to give him a good show for the fight fans. I believe that's why Manny Pacquiao chose me, because he knows that I give exciting fights. And the world wants to know what kind of Keith Thurman is back in the ring after 22 months of inactivity.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, is Keith Thurman the guy who beat Danny Garcia? Is Keith Thurman the guy that beat Sean Porter? Because if he is, well, he's going to beat Manny Pacquiao.
But he's are you also one-time Keith Thurman?
That's right. So this is the opportunity to remind the world exactly who Keith Thurman is, and to bring back my ring name, Keith One-Time Thurman, by finishing Manny Pacquiao.
Well, you know, I talked to Leonard Ellerby. He's one of the promoters for the fight. He said you fighting a big-time legend. Do you feel like that?
Well, yes, sir. Manny Pacquiao has done so much in the sport of boxing that if other boxers did half of what he did, they'd still make it in the Hall of Fame. So Manny Pacquiao is a big-time legend. He's a big deal in our sport. It's an honor to share the ring with him. But I just want to show him what kind of fight style I have and why we're salt and vinegar, man. We don't mix.
Now your trainer, Dan Birmingham, said that he knows what you're going to do. You know what you're going to do.
I'm going to stick and move, get in my groove, and then go bow, bow, bow. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to sit down. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to test him to the head. I'm going to test him to the body. I know he comes in and he likes to fight in spurts, but I'm going to get in between. I'm going to look for those counters. I'm just going to do my best to make the fight go exactly how he doesn't want it to go.
Thank you very much for taking time with me, Keith. I'm a big fan of yours. My girlfriend is too. But much success to you.
Thank you.
And unfortunately, I won't be able to be at the fight. I'll be out there touching.
All good, my brother.
Again, congratulations and also much success. Thank you. Yellow card. This will be up tonight. Oh, you know what? This is fun. Can I get a couple?
Standing over the room.
That's what I'm going to say. You said you're proud of this.
I'm proud of all my time.